Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to read for you the Eight of Cups. This is describing your movement away from familiar relationships, environments, bonds that you have held for quite some time, and that you now understand you've gained as much as you possibly can from those bonds. It isn't that you're separating or leaving people behind, but you have gained the courage you need from these relationships, what you've learned, how you've grown, so that you now have the courage to approach the challenge that is of ultimate significance to you and your life path. You realize that your greatest work is ahead of you, and that you now have the tools, the skills, and the strategy to know how and when to implement the various things that you've learned in order to make an important mark or contribution. This is a general reading, Aquarius, so it isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And welcome again. I'm going to look at your present with the Three of Staffs. Aquarius, this particular time of the month, as we're moving towards a new moon in your sign, this conjunction of the planet Pluto and the Sun in your sign of Aquarius, this is the first conjunction of the since Pluto moved into Aquarius. So this is very significant for many of you. This is allowing you to clearly set intentions. This is what is shaping your aspirations right now, framing your new projects, your new efforts, your new relationships. The Three of Wands is describing you setting things up precisely within the frame of the intentions you've set out for yourself, so that you are putting together the pieces of the vehicle, the business, the team, the project, the collaboration that is going to take you to a new place. And you are very much oriented towards unfamiliar territory. You're realizing that more of the world needs what you have to offer. And you are busy looking at how to craft your effort in a way that can address new audiences, determine what new audiences need. And these audiences can be students, clients, customers, colleagues, collaborators. Understanding what they need by reaching out, making connections, contacting ideas, institutions, organizations, connecting up with potential colleagues, those who can provide you feedback or resources for what it is you're attempting to develop. In the past, the Ace of Cups, so beautiful, indicates that you have opened up to this new level of personal and destined integration into your life, so that you are understanding that all the best of you comes from your heart, from your desire, and that in turn springs from your self-respect, self-acceptance, self-love, understanding that your gifts are purposeful and that they are intentional in and of themselves. You are about crafting a movement forward that not only helps you to better acknowledge your feelings, your emotions, your relationships, your intuition, but also helps others to participate with you on that same wavelength. In other words, there's this desire for not only abundance, well-being, safety, but for joy. In the future, the Devil card continues to show up for you, Aquarius, as a way of stating the way that I believe you are breaking away from the status quo, and in many ways structuring your own reality. And we learn about structure because we're born into it. We live in a society with rules. We live in a family with rules. All of the social organization has rules and elements that we now may see as unsuitable for the world as it is today, the needs of those that experience it, participate in it, and hopefully benefit from it. So you are about rejecting the values of the old structure as you set up a structure that will resonate with your intentions. And this can be from organizing a project, organizing your home, organizing an organization, creating a business. Whatever it is, you understand that a structure helps you to measure your success as you grow and develop. If this reading is resonating for you, Aquarius, please like this video. Please share this with others. Whoa. And I've pulled the humor card. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I love this because it seems to me more and more that we are finding ourselves laughing at things that are very serious, sometimes quite grim and unfortunate. And it isn't to minimize or disrespect the harm that some of these ideas or actions create, but it is to remind us that this is a coping strategy that is, in fact, divinely gifted. It's the psychology of smiling. The more you smile, the better you feel, the more people react to you positively. It's that kind of thing. By understanding that joy is what motivates you now, and simply enjoying the abundance that you have, either through your gifts or talents or your community and loved ones. This is part of what keeps us thinking, critically thinking, and we need that. Humor, as many of us know, is something that some of the most gifted individuals practice. Comedians, right, with such a tapped in connection to human pathos. So I do believe that humor is a way that you are reminding yourself and others that underneath it all is joy. We're here to enjoy the world we live in. In the present, the Three of Staffs is clarified by the King of Cups and the Hanged One. So on one hand, I do see you hanging back and doing the necessary research, the connection, the conferences, the interviews, the research necessary to understand better the way that you want to serve unfamiliar audiences or clients. And so I do see you cultivating a space where you can observe and process the changes that you've made and are making in your life. And that's important because that's informing how you set up what you're moving forward with. The King of Cups is sort of extrapolating on the idea of the love, the self-acceptance you've gained has been through a lot of difficulties, through a continual process of recognizing how your vulnerability, how your gullibility even is a gift, how this has encouraged you to take risks. Many risks have failed and disappointed you miserably, but the lessons you've learned, the strength you've gathered, the courage you've gained in recognizing that you can overcome anything. No challenge is too great. No matter what gets thrown at you, you can deal with it. And also how it increases your overall empathy. This informs the way that you do organize your practice, your project, your business, and the way that you specifically work with others to support them to find their place of strength and joy in the work that they do. That naturally maximizes their participation. It motivates them to want to be a part of something that they will get credit for. The Ace of Cups in the past is clarified by the Five of Cups and the Two of Wands. Yeah, I see more about how difficult this evolution, this self-development has been. How, in fact, this idea of vulnerability as appearing gullible to others, appearing otherworldly, marginal, outside, the experience of being rejected over and over again in a variety of settings, actually grooming you into this place of recognizing the talents and gifts that you do have, the abundance, the privilege that you actually have in being able to learn from these harsh lessons. It also has what has been the trigger to help you identify what it is you want as opposed to what it is you've experienced. So if you've experienced an unkind community, unkind colleagues, critical friends or family members, you are still in a position of recognizing that there is a better way, that you would do things differently because of what you've learned, that there's a better way to motivate others than by criticism, that you can encourage them to identify what it is that they love, what it is they enjoy, what comes easily and naturally to them. And that creates a much more hopeful and valued environment where everyone is respected for who they are. There are no comparisons. There's simply the effort to hone your skills, your talents to the best of your ability and to participate from that place. So this experience, this open-hearted, this loving approach that you have in working with others is the result of some very harsh experience. The devil in the future is clarified by the Eight of Cups yet again. This is repeated. And the Six of Cups moving forward. Yeah, there's a real clear story here. So the old status quo, the way things have been, your conditioning, the rules of the game, you're moving away from that. In fact, you're ready to break some rules if you haven't already broken a significant number. You understand that what existed or has been existing has worked for those that created it and benefited from it. However, it doesn't work for you, and it doesn't work for the audience, the clients that you are considering as you put your project together. And this, in particular, helps you to reconnect to a time when you were able to exercise your passion without judgment. This usually goes along with our earliest childhood memories, something we did naturally that we took for granted, that everybody identified was our thing, that we could spend hours doing alone, or what, when shared with others, gave everyone a lot of joy and happiness, wasn't judged, there wasn't an agenda or a program assigned to it. This joy, this sense of complete and unfettered self-expression is something you're reconnecting to. And you're also helping those that you are working with to find that for themselves. And this is definitely a break from the hierarchical model of our conditioning, of our social order. This is about a kind of equity and collaboration, how the conditions for collaboration work best when everyone is valued, respected, and accepted on their terms. That builds in the motivation to be better at who you are and what you offer. And so there isn't the need to compare, contrast, or set up pay scales based on some dead document. There's also strong currents of deep soul connection in terms of partnerships, and it feels more communally based than an individual relationship. It by no means excludes really compatible partnerships that are there to support you, mentors, teachers, spouses, friends, peers who are a real spiritual and cultural match for you. I'm going to finish off this reading with a crystal oracle and hope that this reading has been helpful to you. And I pull the celestite, beautiful crystal. The mantra is tune in to your serenity. Who needs this celestite? Anyone brazenly ignoring the consistent inner voice that actually has some good ideas for how you might better handle this whole life thing. Where to put celestite as a calming adornment wherever you meditate or pray. When to use celestite when it's time to stop and really listen. With celestite as a guide, you might be surprised what you hear. I'm going to link a video that references January's full moon, recent full moon cycle. If you enjoy the content of this, and until next time, namaste.